Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel again. Yes, me. Welcome back to Football Therapy, man. How you doing? Are you okay? I missed you. It's me, your host, Jan. Hope you're doing well, man. I really do hope that. Welcome back to Chelsea News. It's quite funny holding this. I look like a commentator. I don't know, Jeff. Red card? Anyway, Chelsea have confirmed another signing. Another Cesare Casadei, the young Inter teenager to join the revolution. It's been confirmed today. I'm going to reflect on that. Cesare Casadei talking about how, like Carney Chukwuemeka, he's going to stick around. This isn't like a farm him out into the loan army. No, Chelsea want this kid. Like Chukwuemeka, they're building a midfield for the future, I guess. I guess you look at Real Madrid replacing Casemiro, Kroos and Modric with Tchouaméni and Camavinga, etc. They're high-profile, expensive names. Maybe Chelsea are doing this, thinking these guys are the ones for me. Thomas Tuchel's plans. This is what we need to do. Who knows? We're going to discuss it today, reflect on Chelsea's statement, also talk about how Barcelona are expected to absolve themselves of Aubameyang's wages very soon. One can only suspect that's because he's imminently going to join Chelsea. Settle in, get comfortable. Thank you for liking the video. It means a lot. I am thankful for all your support. I'm doing a lot of content at the moment, so, you know, why not subscribe? And because I'm doing a lot of content, should you choose to subscribe, you gotta hit that sweet bell, baby. Oh, a good one. So let's start off with Casadei, young Cesare from Inter. We can talk a little bit more about some other stuff as well, but let's read the official Chelsea statement first. Chelsea have completed the signing of Cesare Casadei from Inter Milan after the Italian has agreed a 6-year contract with the Blues. So this could even be a 6+1. Maybe it's a 5+1. But if it's a 6+1, this goes with the new, 7-year contract deal things that Todd, Boehly and Boehly and Thomas Tuchel are looking to do. Really lock down these talented youngsters for long term. The teenage midfielder is considered one of his homeland's brightest prospects after shining at youth level for club and country, being part of the Italy side that reached the semi-finals of the European Under-19s Championship in the summer. He's one of the standout players, as was Carney Chukwuemeka for England, who of course won it, being captained by Chelsea's Harvey Vale. Ooh la la. So, we've got all the youngsters, all the promising youngsters that played in said championship. They're all coming to Chelsea. We're eating them up. We're creating a revolution. We're going to dominate and break football once again. It is a gift. Casadei is known as a complete midfielder, combining physicality and strength in the air with great timing in the challenge and excellent technique, as well as an intelligent movement when arriving into the penalty area to score goals. It's like a Italiano Frank Lampardo. Bene. He started his youth career at Serbia before catching the eye at Senesa, excuse my pronunciation on these Italian clubs, helping their under-15s reach the national playoffs when it's either Senesa or Kenesa folded in 2018. He moved to Inter and made an instant impact, scoring 95th minute equaliser in a playoff quarter-finals as they became under-17 champions in 18-19 season, despite still being a schoolboy and only turning 16 that January, making moves as a youngster, boys and girls. By the end of the following campaign, he was a regular for the Nerazzurri's under-19s, the highest level of youth football in Italy, and starred for the team as they were crowned national champions last season, scoring a crucial equaliser as they beat Roma in the playoff final. He in total scored 16 goals in 38 appearances. That's nearly 1 and 2 from central midfield, which of course is incroyable, or again, bene. In the top tier Primavera division of the UEFA Youth League. Incredible. Casadei also has frequently trained with Inter's senior side last season, being named among the substitutes by manager Simone Inzaghi for the first time when they played Sassuolo in Serie A in February. So the head of the youth development at Chelsea, Neil Barth, had this to say. Cesare is a player we have tracked for some time, and we are all delighted that he has now agreed to join Chelsea, where he will initially strengthen our under-21 squad. He is another exciting emerging talent who we are looking forward to seeing develop and progress further as he breaks into the senior football squad. Now, this is really interesting because it's a really exciting signing, but the way Cesare Casadei has spoken about it, of course, new Chelsea correspondent for the Evening Standard, is that he's deliberately not being put out on loan and being kept around, like, you know, between the under-21s and senior squad because they really like the look of him. In the same way Chukwuemeka, Chelsea signed Chukwuemeka from Aston Villa and he only made like a handful of Premier League appearances for Villa, which is a lower level than Chelsea, right? Despite that, bang, straight in with the first team, training with the first team, Thomas Tuchel in his ear. You know, he wants to start getting his ideas into Chukwuemeka's head. And people are speculating that this is the same, well, Cesare Casadei is saying he's being kept around so he can have this coaching from Thomas Tuchel. And perhaps, despite us having millions of midfielders, perhaps we will see him sooner rather than later, but make no bones about it. Let's have it right, ladies and gentlemen. This is a intelligent, smart signing. No one will reflect negatively on both Carney Chukwuemeka and Cesare Cassidy coming to Chelsea. This is a part of the, you know, the recent, what I spoke about on the previous video today and certainly previous videos looking back. This is the kind of thing Thomas Tuchel, well, Todd, Boehly and Kalilek are trying to do. They're developing a super team for the future and the near future as well, you know, really, really quickly. Another thing worth mentioning on that, apparently Romelu Lukaku, of course, of Inter, well, of Chelsea, still technically, he wanted Inter to try and get Trevor Chalobah as part of the deal. Of course, he's got a good relationship with Trevor Chalobah, if you remember. When Romelu Lukaku first came to Chelsea, he was being interviewed about Chalobah's debut goal and said, you know, he emotionally moved him because he knew his brother and Nathaniel Chalobah, he knows Trev. He was really impressed with Trevor from his time at Chelsea and said, you know, Inter, you should try and get this guy on loan. But Trevor Chalobah himself, I saw on social media, someone screen recorded a Q&A he did on maybe Instagram. Are you going on loan this season? To which Trevor replied, no, I'm staying at Chelsea. Which is good because Trevor potentially going on loan, you know, we need that rotational backup. And Trevor's a good player. Like, he did play briefly at fullback, but loads at centre back, a couple of times in midfield. He's got that positional versatility. And when he plays, you didn't have like the Malang Sarr fear. And he's still young, Trevor Chalobah. He could develop and get better and better. You know, he started really well at Chelsea. Excuse me, never really made like any like profound mistakes. So despite Lukaku trying to bring him to Inter Milan on loan, it looks like he's staying because the fact how he's clean said that on a Q&A, like, no, I'm staying at Chelsea. For me, that's pretty conclusive, if indeed that was an authentic screen recording that I just saw on Twitter. So, Casadei done, Chalobah staying, let's move on, talk about Aubameyang. Cool, so this is a story that's heating up at the moment. In fact, lots of people are thinking this could drop really, really soon, like shortly after the announcement of Casadei, because at Reshan Rahman, who reports on Barcelona on Twitter, saying this: Barcelona have communicated to La Liga that they'll soon be getting rid of a player with high wages, as well as one with medium wages. Aubameyang's exit is hot, while the other player on media wages is Memphis. So Memphis Depay, of course. Losing both of them, Xavi Hernandez would be disappointed with that. I think certainly he wants to keep Aubameyang, but if they can't register Koundé and they can't sign Marcos Alonso yet, they'll need to absolve themselves of wages. And Barcelona speaking to La Liga here, saying, because it's all about the salary cap, the wage cap is part of their FFP structure, that will get rid of that with Aubameyang's high wages. They amortize that for X amount of time to keep La Liga happy, to let them register Jules Koundé. Of course, as well, they'll be generating a transfer fee for the... I just realised that's not fully evenly shaved on my head. Jesus, when you shave your own head, often you miss spots. So there you go, I can see it on the screen there. That's annoying. Yeah, Aubameyang, they'll absolve themselves of the wages. They'll probably make about £22 million from Chelsea Football Club. And they'll be very happy with that indeed. Chelsea will probably negotiate Marcos Alonso separately. Again, we'll do maybe a bit more of a deep dive or talk about tactics in terms of how Aubameyang will fit in. Of course, he's great transitionally, he can play on the left and down the middle, but he will have to rely on him moving around. Now, he was never Olivier Giroud, who didn't have pace to lose. Aubameyang was all about getting about, and I reckon he could still do it. If Jamie Vardy's pushing like 52 and he can still make sprints, I think Aubameyang probably can too, and he knows how to lash a goal in. And if he's feeling good and he's out of the what was a relatively toxic situation at Arsenal, you could try and think, okay, well now Aubameyang can be himself again. Do you know what I mean? And like convert some goals, etc., etc., etc. Watch that. That's heating up real quick. So make sure you are subscribed with the bell turned on in terms of getting ABBA updates, because after Cesare, I think we're going to be moving real fast now as the window comes to a close. All right, there's another quick update as well. Apparently, we might finally be able to get rid of Emerson Palmieri. The deals, was it with West Ham? I can't remember. I just had it here, but I've lost it, which is really, really frustrating. But the deals for being revived for Emerson Palmieri. I mean, I know Nottingham Forest wanted him with their like 1,000 new signings. The fact how it goes on. Yeah, there you go. West Ham. It's being reopened. Nazar Kinsella, again, the aforementioned of Standard Sport. West Ham have reopened talks with Chelsea to sign Emerson Palmieri. Basis of the talks is £13 million plus $2 million add-on. Player keen to join the Hammers, but wages are still an issue. If we can get £15 million for Emerson, considering we have both Ben Chilwell and as well as Marc Cucurella now. And, you know, you could probably play a wide forward in that left wing-back role if you really need to. You know, did Harvey Vale play on that side? There'll always be options. Do you know what I mean? A high earner like Emerson Palmieri, you know, great servant in terms of he's never caused any problem. He's played left back, left wing back, left centre back, left wing, right wing. Good luck to him, you know, never toxic, but he's got high wages and you have to get them off the books. So positive news there. We'll see what happens. Mate, it's really difficult to keep up at the moment, but so many things going on. I want to keep on top of as much as I can, so make sure you keep it locked to this channel. And we're going to take you through to the end of the transfer window with some scintillating stories. And I'm really looking forward to it, man. Chelsea out here looking to break football again. Once again, thank you for dropping a like on the video, commenting down below, subscribing. Can't wait to see your comments and all this. Yeah, man, it's going off. Peace.